Hello.
Now, I'm guessing when you picture a tiny, isolated Caribbean island, you're thinking sun, sand, a couple palm trees, maybe a drink in a blender, and not death and dismemberment, right? Show of hands, probably not, right? So my girlfriend Lisa and I were backpacking through Central America for 6 months. And when we got to Honduras, we decided we wanted to spend Christmas on Utila Island. This tiny little island right off the north coast of Honduras. We've been told that it's the cheapest place in the world to get PADI certified so you can dive. And hotels are $5 a night. Perfect. So we take the puddle jumper over from the mainland, land on the island, a little dirt strip. 6 or 7 other travelers get off with us. We all get our backpacks. Start walking down the one road toward the center of town. I met this German dude on the plane, about 6'5", long blonde dreadlocks, Hello Kitty t-shirt, dirty-ass Birkenstocks. Yeah, I can't wait to try all the pineapple. I decided not to tell them they don't actually grow that. But anyway, we're getting towards the center of town, and there's this little square there. And there are all these chairs around the square where some older folks are sitting, like parents and grandparents, like they're waiting for a parade. And in the middle of the square, there are about 5 boys aged probably 13 to 18, all shirtless, beaming, smiling. And I'm thinking, they're coming to greet us. They're coming to welcome us to their homeland. And that's when I heard the first explosion. And then the second. It was like some demented welcome wagon. They had these half sticks of dynamite wrapped in purple paper, and they're lighting the fuse, and they're throwing them at us. Everybody panicked. It was insane. We ran in different directions. And I can't overstate how powerful these bombs were. They would hit you like this hot shout, almost knocking you over. Lisa and I ducked and dodged and ran. And finally, we got through the square and ran about another quarter kilometer till we got to our inn, Ruby's Inn. When I got there, I found Ruby, and I said, "What the hell was that?" She was a pretty down-to-earth woman. And she said, maybe there's letting off some steam. I don't know. Well, so in the next few days, what we realized, we needed to stay on that side of the island. And we did our best to do that and still try to have a good time. But every day a new flight would come and new travelers would get off, and they'd have to run the gauntlet too. And when we'd see them come to Ruby's, they'd have that same fear in their eyes. We're like, oh yeah, I actually remember that. And it was awful. But Christmas comes. It's Christmas Eve. And, the travelers and I and Lisa, we decided that we're just going to have a big party, a big blowout. Sorry for the pun. But we want it to be really fun. So I get a bunch of fish from a local fisherman. I grill it up. We drink a lot of rum. And then a friend of mine, Clark, who we'd been traveling with for about a month, had his hand behind his back. And he goes, "Hey, partner, Merry Christmas." And he handed me one of those purple bombs. Now, thankfully, it wasn't lit. That's the good thing. But we both laughed, getting the joke. And I took it, and I put it in my shorts pocket right here. And then he proceeded to take out this big-ass rocket, like something Wile E. Coyote would have, except it didn't have Acme written on the side. And he goes, "Let's go down to the beach and blow this shit up." It's a great idea. So we decide to circumvent the boys, and we make our way drunkenly over the dark rocks, stumbling and falling. And we finally get to this little cove. And there are a few boys there, locals, 8 or 9 years old. They're throwing out firecrackers. And I'm watching Clark set the rocket up. And that's when I hear the unmistakable sound of a Bic lighter. And then I hear it again. And then I look down and see a little hand lighting the fuse in my pocket. It was the most intense concussion explosion that I've ever heard or experienced. And after it died down, I heard the boy go, "That's what you get, man." And all the boys ran away. My shirt was on fire. My shorts were blown off, so now I'm naked from the waist down. And Clark picks up my shorts, and I'm putting out the flames. He told me to wrap the shorts around my waist, which I did. And he said, "I'm going to go get Lisa. Just hang tight." So I'm sort of like standing there in a total stupor. Lisa shows up and she said, "What happened?" There's blood running down my leg. And there's these two massive burns here and here. But what I didn't know at the time, and I found out later, is that when the bomb blew up, it blew out at the seams. So it blew this way and that. If it had been turned 45 degrees more in, it would have blown in and out. And I would have bled out on a Honduran beach on Christmas Eve. "We need to get you help," she said. So we went to look for the nurse. We went to the clinic, and I'm walking behind Lisa trying to do the best I can, but I look like this extra from Night of the Living Dead. I'm holding my shorts, and I'm all fucked up and burnt, and my hair is just like gunpowder on my face. She's not at the clinic. She's at the church for the midnight mass. We find her. She says, "I'm sorry, I don't have the key." We're like, "Who has the key?" She says, "The other nurse." We're like, "Where's the other nurse?" She's like, "On the mainland. There are no boats. There are no planes coming in. We're trapped." But Lisa and I do have a med kit back at the hotel. But that means we've got to go through the center of town again. I'm never going to make it. I'm a sitting duck. I can't walk, let alone run. So Lisa leads the way. I'm doing my best to keep up. And then the boys see us. And I know it's over. But Lisa sticks out her chest. She goes right up to me. She goes, hey, no, put that fucking thing down. It was the most courageous thing I've ever seen in my life. And they parted like the Red Sea. They just let us through. The only time they never attacked any travelers in that little square. So we made it to the hotel. We found the med pack, patched me up, cleaned it up, started taking some antibiotics that night. And the thing is, before we left from the United States, I had been telling Lisa, "You don't need to pack that thing. We're not going to need it. Please." Not the first time I was wrong. Definitely not the last time that I was wrong. But I decided I wanted to start making better choices. I wanted to be right more often instead of wrong. So we got off the island, got to Guatemala, and I made the right choice. And I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. So we went out to celebrate, had a few beers, met these travelers from Denmark. They too just got back from Utila. I asked them how they handled the bombs. Like, how'd you deal with that? They said, some American guy got blown up. They're now illegal. Stupid American. I was like, right, stupid American. Thank you.